My son recently saw this beautiful painting and was rightfully intrigued. So I was explaining to him about the Apostle Thomas is known as Doubting Thomas because he doubted Jesus' resurrection. And he said, unless I can put my finger in Jesus' wounds, I will not believe that he rose from the dead. And Jesus appeared, and St. Thomas was able to put his fingers in Jesus' wounds. And of course, St. Thomas is still a saint. He's blessed, but Jesus asks us to believe without seeing. And so I just got to thinking more and more about doubting Thomas and all of my doubts, especially in this current age of all these things on the internet that might be fake. And, I just feel like I'm in this constant state of questioning. Which it's okay to question things, but when it gets to the point where it's causing anxiety, there becomes a point where you just need to let go and give your anxieties to God and try not to dwell too much about the real and the fake, and just try to focus on the truth and the good. So especially when it comes to our faith, Jesus asks us to be like little children. And so I want to kind of focus on that today. So let's just start out sitting up and taking some deep breaths. And I would just invite you to bring your belly button towards your spine, squeeze your shoulder blades down and back, and take this time to kind of slow down, and let's focus on some truths that Jesus asks us not to doubt. And like St. Thomas, when he saw that Jesus had really risen from the dead, when we have these doubts come up, like maybe we're doubting that we can really finish this exercise today or take the time, or just doubting that Jesus could really love us the way that we are. And all these doubts, when they pop into our head, we can acknowledge them, and then let's respond by saying, my Lord, my God. In other words, Jesus, I know you are Lord. I know you are God. I believe. I choose to believe. So let's let those doubts go and take this time to strengthen and believe that we can do this. So let's get onto all fours, and we're going to draw our belly button up to our spine and elongate our spine. Just kind of tucking your chin up and making your spine feel really long. Push through the tops of your feet, and you should feel that belly tightening up as you try to, if you can, hover your knees a little bit. Feel that stretch through the front of your legs and your feet. You can rock a little bit, whatever feels good there, and then you can put your knees back down. And now I'm going to go on the opposite side and pushing through my toes, and again just hover my knees. Breathe. We can do this. I believe that God has given us all these abilities. He allows our hearts to pump. You can put your knees back down. Giving blood and life to all of our veins and arteries. Reach up toward the ceiling. Thank you, God. And thread the needle through. And let's go to the other side. Reach up and thread the needle through. We're not really holding too long because we're just getting moving. Okay, hover those knees again, pushing through our toes, and this time bring your bottom up, kind of making a triangle with your body. If you're super inflexible like me, then you're not gonna be going super far, and that's okay. But try to stretch out your back and bring that belly towards your thighs. Okay, now walk your hands forward so you're in a plank. Keep breathing. Squeeze those shoulder blades down and back, belly button to spine, and tap your knee towards your elbow, up. If you need to stop and take a break down on your knees, go for it. If you want to push it a little bit, and do a few more. Keep breathing and knees down. And arch your back upward. Push through the tops of your feet and let your back drop down. Look up. Elongate the spine again. Bring your belly button toward the spine. And sit back onto your feet, reaching forward with your arms. Okay, back up onto all fours. We're going to go back up to that plank position, and this time instead of crossing the body, you're going to go to the outside of your elbows. Keep your belly button towards your spine, shoulder blades down and back. Remember, you can go down onto your knees if you need to and just hold that position, belly button to spine. Keep breathing. Okay, and knees down. Again, let's sit back onto our feet and reach forward with our hands. Okay, go back into the plank, but we're not going to stay there long. We're going to step forward and balance. Okay, and we're going to do a few lunges here. 1, belly button to spine, shoulder blades down and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we'll stop at 10. I know I said a few, but didn't feel like enough. Okay, and now I'm going to lean forward, get my weight on my front foot, and bring that back foot together. Let's just do a few stretches here. Now that our muscles are a little warmer, I'm just gently, not really bouncing, but easing in and out of the inner thigh stretch. And then you can slowly allow your back to curve down and let your arms relax with gravity. Bend or straighten your knees, whatever feels good. Try to keep your feet flat. Get a good stretch too through the outside of your leg. Okay, up tall, belly button to spine. Switch to the other leg. Actually, that's the same leg. Sorry, switch, there we go. I switched directions, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, again, leaning forward, balance, and bring your feet together. Okay, now we're going to go up onto our toes, calf raises, back down onto our heels. I'm gonna do a few like this. Then I'm gonna switch to single leg, but you can also continue to do both feet. Nice and controlled, not hurting your ankle at all. You can tell this definitely works my balance. I can tell I'm losing it, so I'm gonna switch. I only did 6 on that side. Let's try the other side. Okay, there's 6 on that side. I feel like I could go, but I'm gonna keep it at even 6. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and balance again and bring my opposite foot back to get a front of my leg stretch while I'm balancing. I'm still gonna hold my belly button to my spine. Shoulder blades down and back. And switch legs. Belly button to spine. And breathe. Okay, now feet a little more than shoulder width apart. Belly button to spine. Get your bottom back as you squat down and up, keeping your knees nice and wide. Don't let them knock together at all. And shoulder blades should still be going down and back even though your chest is leaning forward. We're just gonna go nice and slow and controlled. Keep breathing. Do one more wherever you're at. And now, this time, squat back down, but this time you're gonna lower yourself all the way down to the ground without falling. Use your hands if you have to. But if not, try to use those muscles. Okay, and then we're gonna go all the way down onto our backs. Again, kind of gently squeeze those shoulder blades down and back. Catch your breath if you need to. Tilt your hips and bring that belly button down towards your spine to get tight core. And you're gonna go up and down with your knees. Making sure that your back is staying flat the whole time. Okay, and now I'm gonna switch to straight legs. You can still keep them bent if this feels too hard. Try to keep that back flat. And I think you can do it. I don't doubt you. Feel the muscle working to keep that back flat. Belly button to spine, don't let your belly button come up. All right, let's switch legs. There are some little feet that came down to join. You want to say hi?
Who's that?
It's whoever's watching the video.
Who is watching the video?
I don't know, maybe some of your aunts. Okay, now still with my back in a flattened position, belly button to spine, I'm gonna lift up toward the ceiling and back down. So I'm not arching up like a mountain or a rainbow, I'm keeping it flat and squeezing my glutes as I go up. I'm not letting my knees knock together, I'm keeping them straight. And also notice if you have tension in your neck, try to let that go. Bring those shoulder blades down and back.
Who's watching it?
I don't know what. Okay, belly button to spine. top like that. That's enough. Leg up and down. I had doubts I would do this without being interrupted. And I guess that was a true, reasonable doubt. But that's okay, because I believe I can still get through this. I don't know how many I've done. I'm gonna do a few more, and we're almost done. Trying to get all these different muscle groups worked a little bit. Make sure that your leg is not coming forward at all. It should be a little bit back. So you should feel it on the outside of your glutes. Okay, I'm gonna switch sides. You could also roll over, but this way I can face the camera. Okay, bend the bottom leg. Top leg is going up and down. Again, belly button to spine. Pay attention if you have shoulder tension, trying to fix that. Few more.
Mama, I'm sorry, but the big truck of the basketball player smashed.
Okay.
the lamp.
All right, last thing. Let's just do a little stretch. Bring our legs across our body.
I smashed the
And then the
lamp.
other leg.
I smashed.
Back, take a couple deep breaths. We're gonna take one last big deep breath to thank God for our day and ask Him to give us the grace of the gift of faith and the strength to follow His will. My Lord, my God, thank you, and I believe.